This book was an absolutely wild ride from start to finish. Highly recommend. I love this. This was a page turner. Once I started this book, I could not stop until I got to the last page. This book, Julie Chen is Dead, is all about the character of Julie, whose life is not going so great. She and her estranged twin were adopted by different families at 3 years old, and since then her life has kind of gone downhill. She has no direction, she has no like sort of overall meaning in her life. She's just really lost. So what happens when Julie shows up at her twin sister Chloe's fancy New York City apartment just to find Chloe dead? Of course, Julie makes the obvious choice to take over her twin's entire life and live as her twin. Julie very quickly becomes addicted to the life of a social media influencer. She's making money, she's doing brand endorsements, she's getting deals, she's making money through affiliate links, and everything is going incredibly well. Julie is obsessed with the limelight. She's obsessed with Chloe's life until Julie is invited on this really mysterious week-long like influencer trip hosted by another famous influencer called Bella Marie. Julie is doing her best to try and figure out what happens on this trip. She can't find any information about it, and she's trying to like navigate Chloe's world with all these influencers who she doesn't really know, but she has to pretend that she is her twin sister so no one finds out. And when she finally arrives to this influencer trip on like this private island in the middle of the Caribbean, that's where things get like super weird. Now, I don't want to spoil too much for you, but if you love a weird girl book that's like, I support women's rights, but I also support women's wrongs, you are going to love this book. This is for you if you're a fan of like Bunny by Mona Awad or any types of books like that. Like, you will love this book. This book was just wild start to finish. It was like so interesting, and it was definitely like a page turner. Like, once I started, I had to finish. I also just thought this book was really funny. I loved Julie's like internal monologue. I thought the way that the author wrote was really funny and entertaining. I think it's hard to make a book that like comes off as really funny, but I think the author did so well. And this is a debut, so I'm really excited to see what this author writes next. Like, I think it's only going to get better. So highly recommend Julie Chen is Dead if you are looking for a fast-paced thriller focused around women doing weird stuff in like a social media influencer world.